Hello, everyone. Kitty Foster, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars. I'm going to touch a little bit on June 22nd. This is June 23rd, and into tomorrow. I still will probably do another one for tomorrow. Very interesting thing that is happening. And I've got my notes written down and things to talk about. But there is a void of course that started this morning at 4:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And a void, of course, is important because it's about your own personal energy. It's about introspection because a void, of course, is about not having any aspects with the moon. The moon, which is our most movable planet, our most influence, as you know, ebbs and tides. Even those that are not a believer in astrology understand the moon does affect. If you've been a teacher, you certainly understand full moon's effect. And so when it's void, of course, it means it's not in any other conversation. So it really is about your own personal energy that steps forward and fills in an introspection that is a part of this. Now, what's unusual about this is that it starts at 4:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and does not move into Cancer, which, by the way, the moon rules, so it's in Gemini right now, does not move until tomorrow at 11:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 43 hours of a void of course. So as I talk about the aspects today, keep in mind what that void of course really does mean, especially for those of us in the United States who are dealing with that energy that is happening right now. So a few days ago, if you saw my astrological, I let people know that I had a deer run into my car. And one of the things we just found out actually from the collision shop is a great increase in deers running into cars specifically. Not cars hitting deers, deers running into cars. Something's going on. And when a deer runs into your car, it is a message. It is a message of pushing us into something else. And what's interesting to think about, here's the general message, is are we running from fears so quickly, looking behind us, that we literally run and create that reality? That is what is trying to churn right now. It is more important than ever before that you hold the space and the reality. And remember, fear and faith are both things that are unseen. Choose where you're putting your energy. So let's take a look at that, because when you have this long void of course, it occurs, again, when that moon is not in a transit with any other conversation, with any other planet. This period is described as a time of introspection. If it's 24 hours or longer, a void of course, now hear this, it suggests a more prolonged period where we all pause. We all take a common turn. And it's not a great time for a new venture. It might be kind of not fruitful, not have it be, because it's about you focusing introspection and completing existing tasks, tuning into who you are, and really looking at what can I do that perpetuates my own reality. So yesterday we had that moon that moved into Gemini, and Gemini is all that energy about experience and how you communicate that experience. So be very aware now of what you have learned about that. And yesterday, our new patterns of structure that step forward were in discernment about how that would move us forward. And that moon that is now void of course was working with that chaotic energy of when it was in Taurus earlier yesterday, of how do I stabilize, what do I do with what this is happening, and again paying attention to what do you tune into. And then today, all of these aspects I'm about to talk to, except for one, all happened before that moon moved void of course, including Mars not in a conversation with our vision. So what will is not aligning with the vision, this revolutionary energy. And what are the little pieces that aren't making any sense? And then again, spirit and our Saturn placement, our structure and our spirit that are in these brand new understandings. Our dreams last night were kind of lighting up. How are we going to be taking a look at this? What is this experience all about? It was working with our vision, the moon, though our will wasn't. And it was discernment about where to put our will. What am I supposed to do? That's kind of an overall feeling that's happening right now. And then, for just after the moon move void, of course, our sun, placement of what moves us forward, is having some discernment about spirituality. In this new level of spirit, how do I move forward with it and understand I am creating my reality and letting go of things that have been in our way? So as we move forward yesterday with discernment, with these new structures, we internally moved into a chaotic awakening, definitely. And today our will moves separately from that vision. Today is this big activation for ourselves early on about this new structure with spirit. What am I going to do? How am I going to show up? And it is embodying the mystic. Hear that, please. We are embodying the mystic energy that is calling us to awaken. And we have a 43-hour period where internally we are being spoken to. Our intuitive energy of our moon, look at your own moon placement, is really seeking you, asking you to align, getting ready, all getting ready to move into the moon, which is going to move into Cancer. The moon rules Cancer, and a new moon. How do I manifest with intention, give forgiveness and gratitude for what I have? And all of this is kind of, all I can feel is this literal magical energy that is spreading through this by what you tune into. And is, again, the deer, the fear. Is it going to chase me into what I'm actually fearing and create it? Or am I going to take the message that this is an embodiment for myself and move forward with it? So it's a quite an astrological wonder of energy that is going to be stepping forth. And then tomorrow, we are working with, it's not about expanding our vision. It's not about moving forward with our vision. It's about the conjunction of that Cancer moon, our nurturing. Again, we are in the sun of the moon, where we move forward by nurturing, and tomorrow we expand that nurturing. We expand how we nurture and take care and how we look at our reality. Find kindness, create kindness, joy, even in the midst of what can scare us the most. So find the quiet time and the space. There's a huge heat wave in the United States going across, and perhaps that is to drive us into quiet and introspection as we allow things to move through. I'm Kitty Foss. Please take care of yourself. And remember, today, all the way through tomorrow, listen to what your private energy is telling you. You are the person your soul values and sees you as being. Many blessings.